Hello, all. I hope you're all doing well as we are continuing with our weekly portion review. We have concluded the book of Leviticus and we are continuing with the book of Numbers. In Hebrew, the book is called Bamidbar, in the wilderness. The book specifically talks about, or generally talks about, the journey of 40 years in the desert, the Israelites' journey from Egypt, making their way toward the land of Israel. Uh, Specifically, the book focuses on the beginning portion of this period in the desert and the ending portion, as right before they go into the land of Israel itself. However, our specific weekly portion, which is also named after the book itself, the book of Numbers, so in Hebrew it's Bamidbar, like we said, the book specifically is focusing on the census of the tribes before they start their journey into the wilderness. And once we are focusing on all the tribes that we are taking a census of, we notice that the tribe of Levi is not counted among with the rest of the tribes. Rather, it's counted separately. And we would need to ask, or we should ask, why. Now, we've touched upon a little this, the differences between Levite and the priests and Levite and the rest of the tribes. But here is another opportunity to focus a little more on that as well. And so, uh, in the census that we're doing, we also notice that not only are the tribes mentioned, but also the position of where they are in the desert as well, and where they are in relation to the center tribe of Levi. So the Levite tribe is in the center of the encampment. The rest of the tribes are surrounding them, and in the middle of the tribe of Levite is also the tabernacle itself. And so, in other words, if we could imagine this entire census revolved around a focal point, right? The divine presence, which is in the tabernacle, which is in the tribe of Levi, which the Israelites are surrounding. Now, what's also interesting that these same tribes that position themselves around the tribe of Levi in the desert do the same move. However, they surround the tribe of Benjamin when it's in the land of Israel, and in that aspect, Benjamin is sort of the tribe of Levite in the land of Israel, though, and this is because he is the native among all the other tribes. Out of the sons of Jacob, he's the only one that is actually born in the land, and that's also why the Talmud lets us know that only the divine presence only dwelt in the portion of Benjamin because of this unique relationship he had with the land. Now, in contrast, in the desert, in the wilderness, we have the opposite occurs. Since the wilderness is a place of detachment, we need someone that doesn't necessarily have a foothold on the land. Right? I don't want a native that's always trying to go back to the land of Israel. I need someone that is detached and is not connected to any material thing. And that's why the tribe of Levite is chosen for this mission. Right in the wilderness, it's not necessarily a negative to be detached. It allows the tribe of Levite to have a broader worldview. It allows them to detach themselves and look beyond just the tribes themselves. Now, like the other tribes, again, are rooted to the land, and the priests have their aristocracy and temple services. The Levites have none, right? It allows them to focus and connect with the people on the ground and not be connected or tethered to these material needs. And from this perspective, you can see that in the land of Israel, once we come back, the tribe of Benjamin is the core. However, the tribe of Levi could wander around the land and remind us of the eternal wandering Jew. Right? We are there's always a sense of us that's still in the desert, and the reason why we could have a successful settlement in the land of Israel is because we retain the flexibility we had in the wilderness, and this very much has to also do why the Levites teach the Torah is because they also require the flexibility to grow and evolve with the Torah as the nation itself evolves as well. And here too, we need to be able to avoid uh, 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 stagnation. Now, if we're looking from a more zoomed out view, you could say the history of the people of Israel is sort of a long exile, right? Which is the Torah keepers, the tribe of Levite was dominant at the time. But at the end times, as we get towards the end of the exile and back towards redemption, the tribe of Benjamin is going to have to take on a more central role. However, if we're looking and we're already categorizing the tribes, there is room to consider that once the tribe of Judah became the people of Israel, right? That's why we call it Jews from Judah. It can be seen that the collective of Judah took took on the responsibility of the 10 tribes. And the prophets Zechariah and Ezekiel, they speak of the tribes of Ephraim and Judah. And this is after the tribe of Ephraim was already in exile, right? It's been exiled from the land. But it can be explained that this is referring to an internal division that's happening within the tribe of Judah, which today can generally be described as secular Jews and religious Jews. Again, this is one potential framing. So this is a very complex and interesting relationship that is destined to, eventually to unite, as prophesied by Ezekiel when he says that he'll make them into one tree. So in general, the whole issue of the tribes shows the diversity that exists inside the Israeli society, and just like there are different organs to the body with different roles, so too in the people of Israel, right? So while there's an emphasis on the fact that there is not really pluralism of opinions in Judaism, however, there is pluralism of identities. And just to expand on that, there's fundamental beliefs and truths in Judaism are consistent. The cultural, social, and individual expressions of all these beliefs, they can differ wildly, and they reflect the rich diversity within the Jewish people of Israel. I'm extrapolating for this personally also to the rest of the world, or other denominations or other religions out there, where we have to realize to express ourselves, right, and have that sense of pluralism, right, of identities. However, we should realize and focus on where we agree, where we could come together, because those fundamental beliefs and truths are extremely important to safeguard one's culture and one's belief. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Take care.